Welcome to my channel, and I'm here to inspire you, give you crochet advice, and help you along with your next project. If you enjoyed this pattern, please give me a thumbs up or even comment so I can gauge your interest. It helps me to know what to film next. I'm not very formal. Here's today's zinger. You know, it can be said I'm not witty and I'm not clever, and man am I lucky that I know how to crochet and count to 10. That is like a miracle. And without further ado, let's get on with today's tutorial. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowdhouse host, my friends, over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we are going to do the Satisfying Shell Stitch crochet blanket. A beautiful blanket that is actually pretty simple, that only requires us to think about 2 rows. Once we get ourselves started, it's just a matter of doing the 2 rows. You can change the colors as often or as little as you want to, and you can have a lot of fun with this when you're going with this. Each one of the stripes that you see is consisting of the 2 rows to give you that wave shape. Remember, the pattern links for our videos are always provided in the video descriptions. So without further ado, we're going to be using a 5.5mm size eye crochet hook today. Caron 1 pound is the suggested yarn, and I'm going to be demonstrating that here on camera with you today, and I'll just do some different colors, and that's where we're going to begin. If you would like to change the size of this blanket, it's in multiples of 6 plus 2, so you'll chain 6, 6, 6, 6, and then add another 2 when you're happy with it, or you can just chain 164 and have exactly what you see. And there is a slight border on this as well, so we'll cover that today as well. Let's begin. The crochet diagram is available on page number 2. It's just a small swatch of it. So our example here, you see that the edges are always the same. So that's what makes it nice and easy. So sometimes shell work can be several rows before the repeat begins again. In this case it's only 2, therefore it makes it quite easy. We are not going to be doing any cutting of the yarn. We're going to carry it up on the one side, and it will be hidden inside the border when we go to do that. So what you're going to notice is that if you look really carefully, if you're using the same color, it'll appear to go up and down and up and down all the way across. Let's begin the beginning chain. Let's begin the beginning chain with a slip knot. You can either chain 164 or you can do the multiples of 6 plus 2, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't need to do a big one with you today. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So either do the 164 or do it in multiples of 6. If you're happy with the width, then you can stop. So if you're not, keep another 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Happy, yes or no? If not, keep going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll do it one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you're doing it in this format, you just have to add 2 more chains and you'll have the balance. And then everybody else, if you chain 164, that's where you're going to meet me next as we begin the first pass on row number 1. Let's begin row number 1. You're going to go second chain from the hook, and if you turn it and get the back hump of the second chain, it's a lot easier and it will look nicer too to be able to do your border. So second chain from the hook, you're going to single crochet. You're now going to skip 2 chains and go to the 3rd, and that's where you're going to apply 5 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you're gonna only skip 2 chains, so 1 and 2, go to the 3rd for a single crochet, and this is going to be your repeat pattern going across. So skip the next 2 chain, and in the 3rd chain 5 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then skipping the next 2 chain, single crochet the next. So please move along your chain just like that, and I will see you at the end of the chain in just a few moments from now. When you get all the way across, if you're skipping the next 2 chain, you only have 1 chain left. You'll single crochet, and that will take you to the end of number 1. You will notice that rows number 1, 2, and 3 are the same color, and that just helps you get yourself started, and then after that every 2 rows is going to be the same color going forward. Let's move on to row number 2, which will be part of your repeat. So rows 2 and 3 are going to be the repeat for the remaining of your blanket until we get close to the very end. So let's begin. You're going to chain a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3. noticing that you're lower compared to the height of this. So that will be your indication that you need to apply 2 more double crochet into where you came out of. And so this will be a half a shell. So this is a full shell, this is a half. You were then going to single crochet in the middle one of the double crochet, so the middle double crochet of the shell. So single crochet. Now in the next single crochet here, you're going to apply 5 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then right here, do you see that? There's another shell, so you'll single crochet in the top of it. It's the middle one, and then coming back down to the single crochet in between the 2 shells, you'll put 5 there. So this shell is sinking in between the other 2. So you're gonna blaze your way along the tops, along the row of this, and just continue to fill in the spacing until you get to the end of row number 2. So if you want to put me on pause, wait to the end. Now is the time to do it. And then when you're ready for the very end, you're just gonna come into the top of the last one, and you'll come immediately to the very end, and you'll only apply 3 double crochets in that. So you're only doing a half a shell to keep your edging flat. And then that's where you turn your work and begin row number 3. In row number 3, you're at the top of the valley, or at the top of the peak. Do you see that? So you're just gonna chain 1, and you'll single crochet in the middle, in the top of that one. That's considered the middle of a shell, even though it's only half. You're then gonna come to the next single crochet and apply 5 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're then going to come to the middle one of the shell, the next shell, and single crochet, and then the next shell work is gonna be in the single crochet that's between the 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then coming across. Do you see that? You're just filling in those spaces with these shells. So the wave effect happens when you start changing the colors. So we're currently on row number 3. So when we come to the end of this one here, we're gonna end this color, and I'll bring up a different color. I think I'll do yellow, just because I have it on the desk. So as you're coming close to the end of row number 3, when you reach on over, you'll be single crocheting in top of the turning chain. So go right into the last one, into the turning chain. Don't go into a post space, and single crochet. And so that would be the end of row number 3. So let me show you how to change the color, because then you're gonna repeat 2 and 3 until your work approximately gets to about 59 inches, and then we're gonna do a border. But I'm gonna show you how to change color, and I'll go back once across and back again with the new color. So I'm going to end this color. This is the end of row number 3, and I'm just gonna pull this loop through. So every 2 rows now is going to be a different color. So you don't have to just do 2 colors as it shows in the blanket. You can do more depending on how much yarn you want to use, and you can change the size as I mentioned. So I'm just taking this straggler through the back end here, and when I pull it through, I don't want to change the shape of the project. Just enough it will hold it in, and then a slightly different path back to where you came from, and then one more time back in the opposite direction. It takes just a few moments if you want to do this. The other alternative that you can do is that you can carry up your yarn if you wanted to as well. So if you don't want to worry about any of that, what you can do is just let the yarn hold off to the side and then carry it up as well. And there's instructions to do that as well. So this is a really neat idea. So this is where we finished. So I'm gonna show you rows number 2 and 3 really quickly with a new color. So to start row number 2 with a brand new color, is that you're just gonna go into the beginning where you ended and pull this yarn through. So if this was your first time and you're carrying colors, you would still have to do this for the first time. So you're just gonna chain 3, and then in the same one you are going to apply 2 more double crochet. So you're looking for the middle one of the grouping of 5, and so you'll single crochet, and then coming to the next single crochet here you'll put 5. So if you're doing a full blanket distance, you just know the automatic repeat now. Just across, you're just using a different color. So once the 5 is, you come to the top of the next grouping of, or the middle one of the next grouping of 5, single in, and then come to the next single and put in 5. Do this all the way across. I'll meet you at the end of this row. This is again row number 2. I'm coming up to the end of number 2, and so there'll be 3 double crochets in that last single crochet that we had on this side, and then you're gonna keep this color going and then go all the way back with what you already know. So this will be row number 3. In row number 3 you're gonna chain up 1 and do 1 single crochet in the top of the first double crochet, and then coming into the single crochet you'll apply your 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then come to the middle one of the grouping of 5 and single crochet, and etc. So this is what's creating those wave shapes, and you can almost see it now that we're getting ourselves started. So when you start the next color, when you do row number 2 and 3 again, you'll see the wave of this effect that I'm doing now will naturally happen on its own. So go all the way across. This is row number 3. So I'm coming all the way to the end of number 3. So if I wanted to not trim this yarn at all, I can just leave it hang off to the side, and then I can grab whatever color I want it to do next. Say I want it to change it again, I can just grab the next color and just pull it through. So when I come back, I can just grab the yellow and just go through again. We've done this several times in past videos. So what I'm gonna do is just do another 2 and 3, rows 2 and 3, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the edging in just a few minutes. It's suggesting that the last 2 rows are done with the color A, so it's whatever color that you started with here. And so I'm going to pick you up in just a few moments from now as we begin our journey then on to the edge. So now we're gonna talk about the edging. Right where we finished off is a number 3. So that's the right side of the work. So when you're about to start what I'm about to show you, you have to stay on the right side. That's what they're suggesting, and in actual fact if you look at this side it really favors the back side more. So the sides do look slightly different from each other. So starting right where you are, you're just going to continually apply a couple more single crochets. So in the corners you're going to put 3 single crochets in each, and down the side you're just gonna equally space. Now I purposely left on this straggler here, so any of these that you have left, so if they're being carried up you're just gonna go right up over top of them and they'll get hidden underneath. So any yarn that you carried, if you were following the instructions, just go right up over it and it'll be invisible, and you're equally spacing out these on the sides. So if you're seeing it that it's starting to pull in, it means that you're moving too quickly, and if it's ruffling out, you know, it means that you're moving too slow. So you're gonna find the balance to be able to get it so that it will sit flat, and then once you get to the other side here you were going to put in 3 single crochets to turn. Now along the bottoms, do you remember how many we skipped? It was 2. So you're just gonna put 2 single crochets then in those spaces, and then 1 into the bottom part of the shell, and then 1 into the, or sorry, 2 into the space, and then you see the single crochet is next, so 1 into there. So you're working your way all the way across. So once you get all the way across, then you'll put 3 single crochets in, come up the side equally, and then just blaze your way across then the top of this and finish. And how I showed you how to weave in your yarn, that's how you're gonna finish, and that would be how you would do this particular project. It's actually not hard at all, and it's a nice classic design that you can just throw on the TV and just let the rose just play its own tune. Have a good one, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye bye.